Students, welcome to the third lecture of Marketing Management MM. Today our topic is about new trends in marketing or new realities in marketing, or we can say new changes in marketing world. I have written some 4 or 5 new realities or changes in marketing which has brought complete revolution in the marketing and business world. Number one of which is globalization, number second is privatization, number third disintermediation, number four technology. Globalization, you are using this terminology globalization everywhere, every professor is using this terminology globalization. So globalization, first we should define globalization. Globalization means that the increase in relationship among different countries of the world is called globalization. Or we can say that day by day the relationship among the countries of the world is increasing day by day. So this is called globalization. Or we can say that the mixing of cultures of the whole world is called globalization. However, we can say that relationship among the countries is increasing day by day because first there were so many barriers in their way, in the way of business, in traveling, in relationship, but those hurdles or barriers are decreasing day by day and people are becoming more closer to each other. This is called globalization. Sometimes we are using a terminology that the word has become global village. Global village. It doesn't mean that the word has stretched itself or something other has happened, but it means that people of one country can have access to the whole world in very less period of time or spending very less amount of money. So this is called globalization. Now, what globalization has done to the business world is it has brought a huge revolution in the business world. The world has become a smaller place because of globalization. I am giving you one example. Now, this is a live example of globalization that I am standing in one country and you people are in another country. I am teaching you from this country to your home. This is an example of globalization. You can purchase anything from any country of the world. That is another example of globalization. So, you see that the world has become very smaller place because of media, because of technology, because of social media, etc. New transportation, shipping and communication technologies have made it easier to know the rest of the world and to buy or sell anywhere in the world. Transportation system has become very efficient. Communication system has become very fast because of new technology, because of new invention. So it means that we are very much familiar from the rest of the world. iPhone is an American brand, but most of you are using iPhone. Samsung is Korean brand, but each and every student is using Samsung mobile. And you know more better than even the Korean people by themselves. So how it became possible? It became possible because of globalization. Or we can say that globalization has made it very much easier for us to have access to the whole world and buy a product or sell a product everywhere. So further, what globalization has done to the marketing? Globalization has converted the whole world into global competition, international competition, global competition. Means that the whole world is competing with each other because one product, it is possible for a product to have access to the whole world, to sell its product anywhere in the world. So competition has become global competition, not local competition or international competition, but local and international competition has converted to global competition because of transportation system, because of communication system, because of new technology, because of social media, because of electronic media. So all this thing what we discussed over here, it is called globalization. How? This is a huge or drastic change in the marketing world. So now what you will have to do, being a marketer, you cannot produce your product below certain level, because people will not, even your local people will not purchase your product if it is not according to certain criteria. So you will have to produce product based on some global standards. This is called standardization. Because of globalization in marketing, a new challenge has arises, that is called standardization, that you will have to produce your product according to certain standards. Those standards are internationally acceptable standards. But if you are producing your product below those certain standards, people will not purchase your product. So because of globalization, standardization has come. Standardization means you will have to spend more money, more time, more energy, more technology, more human resource to produce a product according to the globally acceptable standards. That is called standardization, and this standardization evolved because of globalization. Our second change or trend or new reality is privatization. First, most of the organizations were belonging to the government. They were for the people, but they were operated by the government, and the revenue was directly going to the government. So those items or those entities were called public entities. Public entities. I have written over here public entities. For example, governmental hospitals, governmental airlines, governmental banks, etc. That they were owned by the government, they were operated by the government, although they were used by the people, but overall management ownership was with the government. But that time there was a problem with them, that the performance, although it was having strong resources, human resources, technological resources, governments were spending large amount of money on public entities, but the problem was that the management was poor. Because of poor management, in most of the time these public entities were going in loss. So then what most of the government are doing, that they are privatizing these entities. Privatizing these entities means that those organizations, for example, there is a bank, ABC Bank, that was governmental bank. So now government is selling that bank to a person in the country, in the society. That is called privatization. That public entities are becoming private entities by selling the ownership from the government to the people. So now why governments were doing them? The governments are doing it to take a large amount of money at once from the people to whom they are selling this item. At the same time, these people will be paying tax on annual basis or monthly basis to the government, another revenue is generating, plus the private owners will be trying its best to come up with some innovation, to increase up the production capacity, some innovation they will introduce. So this is how the production industry of that country will be increasing day by day. When they were public entities, were managed by the government, so because of poor management, the revenue was less, or even in most of the cases, they were going in loss. So now these are huge organizations, well established organizations. When they are becoming private, so obviously competition is increasing. Competition is increasing very much. Now if you are starting a business, and it will take a large amount of money, energy, time, efficiency to reach to that level of that organization, which was governmental organization, but that has been sold to the people. So this is also a greater change in the marketing world, that most of the organizations are becoming private, governments are selling these are governmental organizations to the people. This process is called privatization. In most of the countries, public entities are privatized. They are sending the public entities to the people to generate one-time revenue, at the same time to get tax on monthly basis, annual basis. At the same time, they want to develop the industrial sector of the country, whether by government or by the people, but they are interested in the improvement, growth and development of the industry. So this privatization process has also created a lot of problem in the marketing world for businesses, for marketers to come up and cope with this challenge. To cope with this challenge, the marketer needs to work very hard. So this is another new trend or change in the business world. Then third change is disintermediation. Before going to disintermediation, this terminology is taken from intermediaries. Intermediaries. In your smaller semesters, lower classes, lower semesters, you are seeing intermediaries, that there was producer, wholesaler, then retailer and then customer. So wholesaler and retailer, you are calling them intermediaries. Wholesalers and retailers were called intermediaries, but it was very much limited definition. Not only wholesaler and retailer are intermediaries, but any organization or people or individual who are providing their services in the flow of products from the producer to the consumer, they are called intermediaries. Number one group of intermediaries are wholesaler and retailer, banks, transportation systems. So all the people, warehouses, all the people who are working in between this producer and consumer, they are called intermediaries. So means they are providing their services in the flow of products from the producer to the consumer. These services may be financial services, may be transportation services, may be banking services, may be warehousing services, may be purchasing services, like wholesaler is purchasing from the producer, retailer is purchasing from the wholesaler, and their retailer is providing their products to the consumer. So any type of service provider, any type of service provider between the producer and the consumer, we are calling them intermediaries. So intermediation means bringing an intermediary between the producer and the consumer. Disintermediation means removal of intermediaries between the producer and the consumer. So the removal of intermediaries by the companies and performing the function of intermediaries by themselves. You see, most of the organizations, they are performing online services. Means they are in direct contact with the customer through e-commerce, electronic commerce or online business. Even you are purchasing most of the products directly from the producer through online services. It means that because of the internet services, because of online services, because of e-commerce, there is disintermediation. These people are no more needed in this channel, distribution channel, but instead by the use of new technology, by the use of internet, by the use of online services, this producer is selling the product to the consumer. Or we can say that these two people or other groups, even banks has been removed because this guy can pay directly to the producer. So this removing of these people from in between the producer and consumer by the use of technology is called disintermediation. The removal of intermediaries by the companies and performing the function of intermediaries by themselves. Means they are performing the intermediary function by themselves. or this function, this can also we can say that is called forward integration. Forward integration means when you are taking the responsibility or a company is performing the job of wholesaler and retailer by itself, it is called forward integration. Forward integration. Forward integration. Forward integration means that the company is performing the job of the wholesaler and retailer. Or in other words, we can say that you have removed them. So because of forward integration, there is disintermediation, that they have been removed. So now, how it is a challenge in the marketing? It is a challenge in the marketing because companies are becoming more closer to the customer. They are providing quick response to the customer. Or in other words, we can say that they are in direct contact or direct attachment with the customer. So customers are becoming more closer to the producer or the company, and they are becoming loyal customers. So for you to switch customer from another company and make you a loyal customer, it becomes very challenging and difficult job, because they are providing each and every information to the customer directly. So this is also a challenge. Next is technology. The change in technology has become drastic evolution in the business world. Huge evolution in the business world is brought by the technology. You see e-commerce, and a live example of e-commerce is Amazon.com. Amazon.com is the business of Jeff Bezos. In this corona days, where the whole world is facing tough challenges, most of the industries are closed, their revenue has become very smaller. There is a huge drop in the revenue of most of the organization, but because of e-commerce, because of technology, the sale of Amazon.com has increased very much, and it was published in news that now Jeff Bezos has become the richest person of the world because of this corona crackdown. Because online demand, people are not liking to go outside their homes, so they are demanding each and everything online. So this is technology. Technology has brought a revolution. Everything is becoming online. So these are some new changes in the marketing which has brought a huge revolution, or which has created tough challenges for the marketers. This was your third lecture. Thank you very much, students, for your time and energy. Khuda Hafiz.